Welcome back to another episode of Iowa Sportsman TV Online. We've got a great show for you today with some excellent footage on tap. Nick and the pro staffers, you guys ventured up north to get this footage.
We did indeed. We went all the way up to northern Minnesota, almost to the Canadian border. Myself, fellow Iowa Sportsman pro staffer Kyle Wood, and a few others looking for some fishable ice. And I tell you what, that early ice walleye bite is phenomenal.
You guys got some great footage, as I saw, but I'm from Iowa. A lot of our viewers are from Iowa that don't get a chance to go up north or anywhere for that matter. How does this footage relate to most of our viewers?
That's a good question. You might see this and ask, well, you guys are in Minnesota, of course the walleye fishing is going to be better. Not so much the case. A lot of the same tactics and tips that we put into play up there can be used right here in Iowa in many of the lakes that we have.
Absolutely. I saw the footage, as I mentioned. There's a lot of fish and even a big surprise at the end.
Big surprise is an understatement. Kyle's dad hooks up with a monster fish, and we can't wait for you guys to see this footage. Let's hit the ice.
He's already here. Woo! Oh, I can't feel my hands. Very cold.
One of those bags, there's a tape measure.
If I could feel my fingers, we could get them off here. Not a bad early ice walleye. This time of year you can find them shallow, and they're really, really hungry. It's so cold and slimy now. I like it. Let's get another one, huh? Chasing after these early ice walleyes today. I'm going with the 28-inch medium action rod. I got 8-pound test braided line, and then connected to that I got a barrel swivel. I got 6-pound test fluorocarbon. Just to kind of help, I feel like I get a little more bites. Got a little Berkeley snap on there, and the ticket has been the 16th ounce Northland buckshot spoon, and the water's a little dirty, so I've been going with the goldfish color. You get the gold and the pink on the back there, and it's just absolutely dynamite in these early ice, early in the year, no snow cover, active, feisty fish. Here we go. Uh-oh, a little tangled up down there. There we go. Nice early ice walleye, sitting in 6.5 feet of water. Came in and just scarfed down that buckshot spoon. Pretty average fish, and boy are they hungry when they're up this shallow. What is it? I'm guessing that's a northern. I have no idea. I don't know, he just came in and throttled it. Oh, I got a 6-pound leader on there. Oh, and a terrible drag.
Take her easy on him.
You got your greaser.
Yep. Oh, I can't get her head up. I can't get her turn. Here she comes. Here she comes.
Oh, nice one. Nice one.
Little bonus fish.
That's a nice one.
Looked her right in the corner of the mouth. It's all
Hey,
tangled
cool.
up. Oh man, she did the death roll about 100 times. Oh man. There we go. How about that?
Throughout this episode, you might hear us say, well, this walleye is a little bit too big to eat. The reason for that being is because this lake has a slot limit on it where you can't keep walleyes over 17 inches in length. So if it's in that 16.5 to 17 inch range, back in the water it goes just for good measure. We're keeping 14, 15, 15 and a half, 16-inch walleyes for the table. The rest are going back in, but I tell you what, catching those big 17-plus inch walleyes makes for an awesome day on the water, regardless if you're keeping them or not.
There we go. Oh, he's all tangled up. Get him out of there. You know, another one of those cookie cutter sized fish we've been catching all day long. But what we noticed here is towards the evening right now, a lot of these fish have been moving. I caught that fish in 5 feet of water. A lot of these fish have been coming up out of that 6, 7, 8 feet of water they were sitting in earlier, coming up onto the sand off the rocks, chasing bait fish around, perch. I noticed we've been marking a lot more bait right now, and these guys are up chasing. Pegged up good too. I think that one will come home for dinner.
As evening's nearing here, we're slowly moving back towards a little bit shallower water. I'm sitting here in 5 feet. Spoon bite seems to be more what's working good today. There's one right there. Northland buckshot rattle spoons are working really good. Calling them in from a distance with the rattle. Nice walleyes like that are coming in and eating. Get another one.
I was actually sitting down next to the ice by Kyle filming, and all of a sudden we heard his dad Jim shout to us. We could hear his lines screaming off his reel actually. He said, big fish, big fish. So we packed up, ran over to his shack real quick. You won't believe what he has hooked. Check this out.
How much line that thing take off of there?
A lot. The first time it took off, it took. He's gonna go again.
Oh, there it is. See it? Yeah, I just saw it roll down there.
Big nasty.
Big slimy.
Good thing I got braid on here. I get a little extra line that way.
Did that tied straight to your jig?
No.
No, I get a little fluoro
I was catching on 12-pound fluoro all weekend.
It's a big one though.
Oh yeah, and it's taking like 4 runs like that.
At least there's not 3 feet of ice wall.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, like when you had yours, I was just telling him about that. You couldn't reach to the bottom.
The wall's down there up to his shoulder fishing around.
I couldn't reach him even.
Come on.
Come on, baby.
I'll let you know when I can see your walls.
Is that the bobber rod?
No, I just got
Chicken.
a buckshot on it, a minnow head.
That's what the big ones out here like.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Just,
I told that to Nick too.
no, it's just catching on the
soft ice.
edge of the ice.
Oh, close.
This thing is, she's a little
ill-tempered.
gnarly. Gnarly.
Little ill-tempered.
I just had her ready to come up too. I got her nose in the hole.
Yeah, it's hard to turn. I mean, I can't really pull it in the hole. I don't.
Yeah, I
have
know.
enough-
Once you get
I
to
don't
that
have
point,
enough-
you just kind of got to see if you can get.
I don't have enough.
She'll
rod.
naturally get her head up
I
there.
don't want to try to back her either and have
No.
her like shake off.
That leader is 6-pound fluoro.
Or she turns and gets the line wrapped around there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wait.
You want me to do the tuck and roll?
It works on like 42 inches in open water.
Tuck and roll.
Bear hug and roll into the bass boat on the front deck.
Come on. Rather. Wrestling. Where's her head? You got it? Oh, there's her head.
Oh, here's she's coming up.
Kind of.
Sorta.
Ish.
Can you pull her a little bit?
Oh,
Oh,
man!
holy smoke.
Look at that hook job right in the corner of the mouth.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
Nice landing job. Look at my leader. There you go. It's all janked up. Besides that dude. Oh man. They are cool. They're purple.
Yeah. Long one.
That's a big.
Big head, long.
Easy. Easy. Oh yeah, look at that, boy.
He wasn't
Better
going
you need a hemostat?
Yeah.
Hold on, my hands are too cold. Yeah, that's good.
Let's see.
Oh, that's a heavy.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Little hooks right in the pegged her right in the corner of the mouth.
15 maybe? That's pretty scary. Nice one though.
That's awesome.
There's a mark. Just barely grabbed it. Usually they've been hammering them today. This one just kind of sucked it in like a crappie. Oh, this ought to be a nice walleye. Oh yeah. Now that is a nice walleye on any given day. Got that blood red drop shot spoon right in the corner of her mouth. This one's a little too big to eat, so we're gonna let her go, but man, the action's been solid today. I can't believe this. We've just been catching walleyes hand over fist. That's the beauty of early ice. When you capitalize on them like this up shallow, it can be hot and heavy real quick. Good fish. Get another minnow and catch another one. There he is. Oh yeah. Another nice good eater fish. And as we get closer to dark here, notice a lot of these fish are becoming real aggressive. They come screaming into these artificial baits. We're using spoons, ripping shads, any kind of bait you can use. You know, your go-to lure. Spoon's been working great today. This one I actually didn't even have a minnow head on. I just barked him, threw down there, caught him, and the bite's getting hot and heavy now.